Hi, my name is Dan Van Stralen, and for the past 8 years I've been living off-grid and overlanding full-time with my family. But with everywhere I've been, our little island in the wilderness is my favorite place on earth. We are surrounded by endless forests which are home to majestic moose, deer, black bear, and wolves. My dream is to one day buy a piece of land in the wilderness and start my own homestead. Welcome to my channel. Ooh. So this is that very clay-y ground I was telling you guys about in one of my earlier videos. It's beautiful clay. Me and my brother a few years ago collected a whole bunch and attempted making a forge. Forget the exact name. It was an old style for smelting bog iron that the Vikings used to use, and it worked really well. We just never completed it. I believe we left on a trip before we were finished. But Right now I'm just digging for the foundations. Got cinder blocks for each corner. The two ones on the front, since this is kind of on a hill, will stand upright like this. This hole obviously isn't perfect yet, but just to give you a rough idea, they'll sit like that. And then the ones in the back will go sideways. But yeah, I'm just measuring it all out, and then trying to get the base to that clay level, because that stuff's really sturdy. It's a perfect base, and there's rock all below it. So once I do that, once I get the holes dug to about that level, then I'll really focus on leveling it out. I'll put a board across each of these and then measure to see if it's level, and then I'll permanently mount them by setting them on, like getting some gravel, making it set in there nicely, and then filling the area with the clay and gravel, and that should hold it in place a lot better than it used to be, which was just logs directly onto the ground, which is probably the reason why this cabin sunk into the ground when I was taking it apart. But I've also been working on just leveling this whole area. As you guys probably noticed, I didn't film much of it because it's just a lot of me sweating and digging. I had my dad here helping me as well, just to try and get some of this done, so then we can start working on the real rebuild of this whole cabin. So it looks a lot better than it was. Again, once I finish getting kind of the layout done, then I can really focus on making it perfect and level. But yeah, this is a really exciting step. I'm really looking forward to be able to start building up on this, and depending on how it turns out, I'll definitely turn this into my forge if it turns out well. And that's been a lifelong dream of mine ever since I was very, very young. So to have a blacksmith's forge, and especially one that I can say I built, is yeah, it would be a dream come true. So hopefully you guys will continue following along as I work on this, and hopefully we can do it well. So I'm gonna keep going on this hole, and then I need 2 more in the front. There's only 2 cinder blocks in the back, and then there will be 4 in the front, because of those half logs to the door need something to sit on. They kind of need their own base as well. So yeah, beautiful sunny day, and just a great time to be working in the outdoors. All right, so now that we have the main 4 pillars of our foundation roughly dug out, I'm going to measure the front logs and get a rough estimate of where the 2 door supporting cinder block holes need to be dug. I believe these are, they look like they're about 4 feet, maybe less. We'll see. Oh, more than that. Okay. So it's about 4 feet 11 inches. Just make sure. Woo-wee. This thing isn't seen better days. Yeah. So if we go about 4 feet and 10 inches, you don't want it to be right at the end. So you could probably go about 4 feet 8 inches, and from the corner cinder blocks, then that should be good. Well, my parents just went on a nice boat ride, and while they were out on the lake, they collected me some of this nice gravel, which I can use to help secure the foundation and the cinder blocks. Gonna need a lot more than this eventually, but I'll just have to take some loads and collect it for the floor as well, because I think I'm just gonna have a gravel floor on the inside, especially if I'm gonna be using it as a forge. You know, obviously gravel isn't flammable, so it'd be a good flooring anyways. It's free and doesn't take much work.
This is perfectly level, and I ran a 3, 4, 5, and it's actually square.
3, 4, 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dig farther back just to get rid of a rock that's here.
Yeah. Is the rock keeping it from? Because it would be a good foundation to be on a rock.
Well, it's way up here, and only on that side, right?
Wait, unless you had another one in. Alright, here.
At least that's the roughest calculation I could get, because there's no back wall, so I have to measure the 2 front pieces and then the door, and then give it like an inch for the fascia that you.
Why do I smell cedar really strong? Very nice.
Throw me the pen.
Well, if I.
Nice cat. 13 feet, we'll just go. Alright.
Do you think it's still wide enough by the time you get to that
Oh,
point?
yeah. Find some use for that. Okay, that's cutting.
So the center log's about 4 feet, 11 inches long. Obviously, measuring the 2 across like that won't give me the exact position for the 2 cinder blocks for the foundation of the door pieces, but because the logs hang off of it. But if I calculate that along with the width of the door giving about an inch or two of room for the fascia, I guess, then, or the door frame, then I should be able to get a rough position of where these need to be. They don't need to be exactly in line, they just need to be able to support that area, so it doesn't have to be an exact science. Alright, so sitting about 4 feet off of each of these cinder blocks in is where I'll place them, so where these 2 sticks are, and that leaves the 3 feet I need for the door and door frame. So right about here and here, I'll need to dig down deep enough to get to the rock that's sitting under this whole hill, and then it will be a really sturdy foundation. There's a shovel. Alright guys, so I just came over to the family cabin to make a quick lunch, my parents and brother actually aren't here right now. My brother's picking up a little surprise for his own YouTube channel on the Adventure Guys, so make sure to check out his channel to see what he's up to. And then my parents also have some other stuff as well, so you'll have to go check out all their channels, the Epic Family Road Trip and the Adventure Guys, to see what they're up to. But that means I'm once again alone up here at the island, and yeah, like I said, I was just making a quick lunch. As most of you guys know, I'm not very good at cooking. I am learning though, or trying to, which reminds me, if you guys haven't checked out my mom's new channel, Simple Meals, make sure to go do so. And she just makes, as you guys know, for those of you who have followed our family channel over the years, my mom is a very great cook, and it doesn't matter if she's here at the island or out in the middle of a desert, she can always whip up an amazing meal. And on her channel, she's been sharing some of those recipes. So, alright, so I just fried up some chicken and did the same with the rice. And looking forward to a good meal. It looks really good, smells good, and hopefully it tastes good. But after I eat this, I'll go head out on the project again. And although it's taking a while to get the foundation fully leveled out, just due to the hill, and obviously it's my first time doing this sort of thing, it also feels like the progress is going really fast, or at least I feel excited of what's to come, because I know that I'm almost done the deconstruction phase, and once the foundation's in, I can start rebuilding the cabin, which is the part I was mostly excited for, learning how to notch logs and just to have a working building again. So yeah, can't wait to get back out there after I eat this lunch. Not bad if I do say so myself. like this material, Lando? Alright, so I'm going to put first layer of gravel in the corners just to hold this down so I can get it completely flat with as little wrinkles as possible. But after that, I'll put a full layer of gravel over the entire thing, and the foundation and the floor should be done. Alright guys, that feels really awesome to have the deconstruction finished and to start constructing now. With that mat laid out, I should be able to get a solid base for the floor, and with a foundation in, we can start laying in logs. I just need to figure out the log situation. Obviously, we have a few from the original cabin that I can use, but I don't think we'll have enough to completely rebuild, so I might have to look into buying some off of a mill or something, although that can get quite expensive, or sorting them here from the island, which is a lot cheaper, but you know, I don't really want to cut down many trees. We have a few dead trees or fallen over trees that might work, so I'll have to look at the wood on those. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys a bit on you know, what I end up doing, and I guess you guys will be along to see, hopefully. So yeah, it's really great to get that done. It's one more thing out of the way before we can start building up again. Right now I just have a bit of gravel in each corner, like I mentioned, and then like a brick and stuff to hold down the mat, and I'll completely cover it in gravel as soon as I can. But for now, I think we made a lot of progress, and I got to go pick up my parents and Pete. They've been gone for about 2 days now, and they should be arriving with our motorcycles, which is something I mentioned a few times that I've been looking forward to for a very long time, was to get my motorcycle into Canada, and it's finally arriving, so can't wait to see that thing again. So yeah, a lot of exciting things happening.
We'll get our, what is it, the RIB thing done pretty soon. Should have Form 1 probably by end of day or tomorrow. Amen. We'll get them licensed here in Ontario.
Made it all the way there and back.
Almost 4,000 miles. Not bad. Well guys, I just want to say thank you for watching this week's video, and make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming videos. There's going to be a lot happening in the next couple weeks. As you just saw, our motorcycles finally came into Canada after being in the States for a very long time, which is really exciting. I can't wait to take those around and explore. And then also, you know, next week, hopefully, I'm going to be starting to source some logs from here on the island. I think I kind of made that decision to try and get as many as I can from our own island. And then hopefully start constructing a new cabin where the old one used to stand. Now that we got the foundation all laid out, it's ready to start building up again, which I'm excited about. And yeah, it's just gonna be great to move on with that project, and then also with a few other ones in the workshop here and also in the cabin part that I live in. So yeah, there's just a lot happening. So make sure to stay tuned for that. As always, a special thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my Patreon channel. Your support really means a lot. There's more and more of you every day, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you for that. And as always, I will see you guys next week.